Magic and muscle.
That is Gritty Library, Mashle, episode 15, or season 2, episode 3, however you want to count. Rain, Amos, and God's gift.
We are making cream puffs.
Big Daddy!
Production.
How are you today?
I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I got the magic in me. When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me. And everybody wants that presto magic, 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 magic. Ooh. These tricks that I'll attempt will blow your mind. Pick a verse, any verse, I'll hypnotize it with every line. I need a volunteer, how about you with the eyes? Come on down to the front, stand right here and don't be shy. I have you time traveling, have your mind babbling. People trying to inherit the skills, so they asking me. Even David Blaine had to go and take some classes in. I said, my freak man, what's up man, what's happening? So come on, come on, and see the show tonight. Prepare to be astounded, no ghost of poltergeist. You know I'm no Pinocchio, I never told a lie. So call me Mr. Magic Man, I'm born on cloud 9. I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I got the magic in me. When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me. And everybody wants that presto magic, 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 magic. We'll take a journey into my mind, you'll see why it's been in my rhyme. Stay on the road, so I call my mama when I got time. I hit the stage, go insane, then jump into that crowd. See when I rhyme, I flow on a beat like put it out. See, I deceive you with my intergalactic ether. I sing just like Aretha, so respect me like I'm Caesar. I kick it like Adidas, flow and stick it like adhesive. Be cautious, cause when I be on, will leave you with amnesia. I break all the rules like evil Knievel. It's a spectacular show, cause my heart pumps diesel. So whatever you saying, it don't entertain my ego. I do this every day, hocus pocus. I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I got the magic in me. When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me. And everybody wants that presto magic, 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 magic. Ooh, well, I got the magic in me. I got the magic in me. I got the magic in me. シュークリームもたくさん食べられて。
規範だけが人を人たらしめる。
そんなことないよ。大丈夫。やればできるよ。頑張ってね。
Whoa! Whoa, man. Whoa. God's gift. God's plan. Who knew
God's
that
plan.
the
Gas plan.
relines were so much more than what we thought?
Not what I expected from Mashle. I love Mashle. Mashle's great. There's a lot of things going on. Things are getting more serious. Things are getting more hyped. But good Lord. Did you see the animation that came out in the middle of? I was like, what battle anime is this?
Mhm. We didn't even really see him do anything. He just said, "Really, you think you got this unlock?" And then, yep, you couldn't even handle me just being unlocked.
Bro,
Put it away.
but it's not that you need a third line because Papa Wahlberg himself only has one, and he's the
But the
most
fact that
well-renowned
our
wizard.
our boy was able to created as he's unmasking his power means that they could be hiding their lines.
Oh, you know what? That creates a lot of different possibilities. A lot of different possibilities. That means each and every character, including Mashle, is capable of that, which I mean, I don't know. It's a very interesting dynamic to add to this world. Like, what are you talking about? I was just hunting rabbits. I didn't even make that connection till Mashle said, Margaret, well, you fought for to get your position. Like, I focus on strength.
Very
You know?
interesting character, to be honest. Like, I can't wait for his interaction with Mash, just
Mm,
because he's probably just going to be all gushing over the fact that, okay, this is an actual threat for the Magic Society to have this as a normal thing to have people without power if they prove
hmm
themselves otherwise, which is really cool because his magic is music, sound. And I'm just like, oh, this is
mm.
interesting.
And I just thought about the concept was super interesting because I mean that's something that's true nowadays, where there's people who in those positions that we deem the most powerful, and then there's the people who have the actual power who are hidden. Or some
Yeah.
not so hidden. So I mean, it's a cool dynamic about how they're playing around with these real world concepts in this make believe fantasy world. I'm kind of surprised that we're only on episode 15 because I feel like it's so jam packed. There's already so much about this world that we
Not
understand.
episode 15, isn't it? Like episode 28 or
No,
something?
man, it's only episode 15. We're only on episode 15.
Wait, really? I thought we
Yeah,
had more
man.
episodes in season one.
Season one was 12 episodes. This is now we're
You're
3 in.
right, because we finished season one in summer.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh
An
shit. Yeah.
incredible amount
This
of
is how you do a
information stuffed
series.
into.
This is how you do a series. Mashle's doing it right.
It's impressive to see them rip off so much from like notably from other shows and for it to be its own thing, that conglomeration of comedy,
Yeah,
One
because
Punch
if I had
Man.
never watched Harry Potter or Black Clover, I would have been like, yo, this is the most amazing magic series I've ever seen, period.
Who else is the third
I just
lineup?
realized they're gonna draw two more lines on MASH and he's just gonna put barbells at the end of his.
That's hilarious. He should 100% do that. Like now that everybody knows that I'm not a real, just gets two tattoos. I wonder if tattoos are a thing here. But yeah, this was and the dynamic of like I think the reason why it works so well is because the characters are so dynamically can stand on their own
Diverse.
so well. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
so diverse. Because the Margaret guy, he has this whole thing about, oh, why we require stimulation. And I was like, oh God, this guy's gonna make it sound as sussy and dirty as possible. Here we go. But no, he was talking about not just like a stimulation like that one show, with people just jissing on each other. Um, oh, I caught him. He's here.
Golden Kamuy is what we're speaking of, and it wasn't this. He shot him. He shot him.
But he's like, no, he was like,
I
he was
don't
like,
want to go to an anime convention of that. I don't want to. I don't want to be in the crossfire. No.
What's your favorite anime? Who you dressed at? What's that thing on your face? I'll show you.
What is he doing? Is he charging up?
Special beam.
Cannon?
I'm a detective. All right, Mash. Go back to Mash.
We're having too much fun.
But when you talking
But
about
yeah, this is what the
stimulation,
series is. It's fun. It's fun.
when
Yeah.
we talk about stimulation, it was he's talking about art, drugs, sports. It's like, well, why do people do these things? I was like, huh, this is
Very, very intuitive on that. Like it was really like I understand his character so much more with just that. Like I'm like, yeah, the whole reason we do these things isn't for survival. It's because it's art, because it's what people want to stimulate their lives with. Like, why do you do it?
yeah.
because I want to. Like
And yeah,
it
his
excites
answer's
me to
so
want to do it.
simple. It's so simple because it excites because I don't want to be bored. Wow.
Yeah.
It's such a simple answer. It's such a simple question. It makes perfect sense. And from that super like it reminds me of Gone, like very simple. And because it's so simple, you could build so much on top of that. It's such a strong core that there's everything that's built on top of it. It lines up perfectly based on the experiences that you have. So I wonder what experiences Margaret had that led him to obsessing over power.
Well, I'll say this right away. He's already one of my favorite characters. Not my
Mm,
favorite character for sure, but I can see him being such a good character in development just
yeah,
because that speech alone showcases that he has more input than what the already established society of the Magic Kingdom has. So
yeah,
he's going to see things in different ways. Well, he already does, and he's going to strive to do. As you see, he goes underneath everybody else and messes with other people who he deems not worthy because of it. So and he
yeah.
doesn't care how he does it. So I'm excited to see this.
And it'd be kind of fun to play this game about like
And
he has to
and
do.
and I gotta say, I was worried he was gonna be a Hisoka type character. So glad it's not the case.
He 100% gave me Hisoka vibes. 100% gave me Hisoka vibes. But I think he is kind of a Hisoka. I mean,
I don't think so. That's a
it,
tall call.
yeah, I guess what I mean is like this cool, mysterious bad guy who I could see
There's
him
two things you put
becoming.
there that aren't Hisoka. Cool? Nah, that guy ain't
Yeah,
cool. That guy's a creep.
he is cool, but before we found out he was a creep, he was cool. Like he was like, oh wow, who's this guy? Mysterious guy, he's killing people with cards.
Kill
He's this
people. Yeah, it's not cool.
no, but
That's
he just
shades
over
of
here.
psycho.
He is a psycho, but he's like flipping cards, like he's obsessed with he's going after
He
power.
sat in a hallway to deter people from walking in that hallway. He's so close to psycho.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, it'd be more psycho to let people walk in the hallway and like follow them. So I mean, I guess that's a
True.
bad measurement. I guess that's a bad measurement though. Just be like, I'm not a murderer. I only killed two people. It's like, yeah, that makes you qualify. You don't you don't have to do the more psycho things. It's like, oh, I'm not that psycho. It's like, oh yeah, you're a psycho. Yeah, I guess it will be bad. I think it's just the way that they set up Margaret like art wise when he's just like when he looked up from the piano and he's just like, oh, the what he said, the powerless winter, and then it goes to oh the summer of bliss, and just like the dark lines, the still phase. It's like it kind of gave me Hisoka vibes in that moment.
Yeah, okay. But that's more of, I guess, yeah, in that moment. But I'm
Yeah,
glad he's not like his character. That's all I'm saying.
there's no little boys to follow around here, so thank goodness for
Well, no, when he carried the other two guys, he's like, you guys are pathetic. Come on, guys. You guys got to do better than that. And they're like, oh, we're sorry, sir. And he's just like, it's fine. But then again, he did wipe blood
actually.
off his lips. I don't know if it was his blood.
Oh yeah, that was pretty psycho. I mean, regardless of whose blood that was psycho. No, either
You
you're
have to
like,
take
ooh,
my words back.
I got hurt, or ooh, this is my maternal
Maybe it was from
instincts.
his thumb and he didn't know. And he thought he wiped it off his thumb and there's blood on his lips. We'll find out.
I don't know. I think you could register him as a certified psycho. I mean, but
A
a
musical
caring,
one, though.
a musical caring psycho. So I mean, he did talk to his like his maternal instinct, which is maybe he's like a trans kind of character, like without like trying to be funny, like honestly, because he looks at himself like oh my maternal instincts, not paternal instincts, paternal
Mm.
like being father, but maternal being mother. Or maybe it's just like, oh, Mama Goose taking care of everybody. But it's like with a name like Margaret, maternal, it's like maybe he identifies as a female, or maybe it's actually a female. We just misgendering him because big brawny dude. Well, but maybe it's a big brawny dudette. So who knows? But either way, like very interesting character. Very interesting character. Um And then we just got introduced to a whole host of characters, and a lot of them look interesting too.
Yeah, the whole squad that we're gonna jump into the Dark Tournament in a real series
Yeah, yeah.
tournament arc.
Thank God. Yeah. Better, a little better than live action Yu Hakusho. But
Yeah, I can't wait for live action Mashle.
oh jeez,
Yeah,
I can't
I
imagine.
can.
Oh wow. But I think one of those characters really stuck out to me was the real starchy guy. The one of those characters looked like a main, like they focus a lot on his character design. I was like, he's gonna be a problem. He was in Lang.
Mhm.
He had like an Italian first name and a Chinese last name. I was like, oh, this guy has all the starch. He got spaghetti, pasta, and rice. Like here's this guy's well
Pasta
fed.
sushi, man. You talking
Pa-
fettuccine with some sushi? Oof, some
Jeez,
dangerous things here.
some meatballs and some Kobe beef, bro.
Oof.
That is a mean combo. Did I get racist? I'm confusing Japanese cuisine with Chinese cuisine. But regardless, that's a mean combo. I don't think I've ever met anybody who's half Italian, half Asian. That
Well,
sounds,
there, there's mixes. You gotta think it's 2024.
yeah.
There's a lot out there now. I mean, there's mixes for almost every race. I'm pretty sure you could find a Ghanaian who's half Japanese, probably.
I've seen half black, half Japanese. I don't know if I've met half Ghanaian. I met half African, half Japanese.
You're
I've
half
met,
Ghanaian.
yeah, half Ghanaian, half Japanese. I'm not half Japanese.
No, but I'm saying it's a
One person
possibility.
who's half. I'm not saying it's not a possibility. I'm thinking back into like, oh, I don't know if I've met that person. I've met a half Russian, half black person before.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I mean, there's mixes in all sorts of trades. So I'm saying it's
Uh,
not impossible to have half Italian, half Japanese. It's just that much more interesting to me.
no, for sure, for sure. It's just he looks like a very interesting character too, by the way. Um, and I'm just guessing because it's like I wrote his name down somewhere. It's yeah, Carpaccio Liu Yang. But I thought it was real cool because leading up to that, I didn't think that MASH would divide the coins. And I thought these characters would like kind of fade into the back. I thought Lance might be more of a contender. I didn't think Finn was gonna be involved in the exam, like maybe come up later on somehow, but I know he's gonna be involved in the exam per se. And I didn't think that Mash was gonna divvy up the coins like that, which was really cool. Because I mean he could have gone there with a flex, like, yeah, I got all these coins. But he's like, you know what? No, here's because he knows Finn
Hold up.
over here.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? He gave them coins,
Please,
right?
please, yeah.
He still has the most coins. He's
Yeah.
still, even after giving out, what was it, six coins out? He's still
Well,
7 coins
Did
more
he?
than
Or
everybody else.
did he give out six
Oh
coins
no,
or did he
he
give
gave
out
3 coins
nine?
each.
Yeah, so maybe
Three
he gave
coins
three to
each.
Lance
Yeah.
also. Damn. But yeah, that was real cool, man. That was real cool. I respect that a lot because just be you could flex and just be like, oh well, I'm awesome, and now that I'm this awesome, I'm gonna go on to bigger and better things. But he's like, nah, you guys are my friends, and I suspect because this is Nietzsche's man we're talking about. I suspect he
Hmm.
understands how everybody, and we've seen him talk about, oh, this is how Lance is. He's explaining this to his dad, so I think he understands these characters. He understands Finn over here stressing out about school, and he's like, you know what, this guy's stressing out about school. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do this thing. Maybe you won't be as stressed because you're gonna be doing this thing and we're gonna have fun doing it. And he's giving it to Dot because he understands that Dot sees him as a rival. And he's like, hey man, well, I want to give you the opportunity to compete against me in another in a fairer kind of platform. Here's an opportunity. I have the means to give you this. I don't need to flex this hard. I already got all these
Well,
muscles.
what did you say? You don't need to flex this hard. Let's talk about the characters introduced in the series.
Oh,
First off,
but
want to flex with all these, characters. We got Kevin Tom, Mike, Kim, Yamada, Koji, Satomi, Yakuri.
That's so funny. I was thinking about writing it down, but I was like, I'm not gonna write that. I was like, I'm gonna take a picture. I was like, I'm not gonna take a picture. That's so funny.
Mash
Oh
is
yeah,
ready. Mash has a whole squad on him.
it's cool because Order went there to try to intimidate him. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stop you, and as long as I'm alive." Master's like, "Oh, well, I got my friends here. I'm gonna fight you with all I got." I was like, "Ooh, what a flex!" But then, I think he also understands Lance because Lance is all about his sister and he wants to create this world for his sister. And he's not like, well, I'll do it for you. He's like, no, you want to do this. You want to fight this. I'm gonna give you the
You have
means
to,
to be
yeah.
able to do this. Like he's a really good friend. These guys are just, oh, this is a
You
great
know,
crew.
he's doing it to everybody. Dot wants to do more than just that. So
Yeah.
he gave Dot the opportunity despite him not being able to beat anybody in any of the fights. But
Well, I mean, Finn might have a problem, but I mean,
well,
he has
I'm
some
excited for Finn. That's
pretty
what I'm
good
saying.
vision.
Like the fact that his brother was a three-liner all of a sudden, I'm excited to see what Finn has,
We can
We've
all
barely seen his magic.
we already know that his perception ability is out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
And then we know Dot. I mean, we got the Puerto Rican in there. It's gonna spice things up.
Especially when he uses his awakening jutsu.
Yeah, bro.
So like, yeah, his real Dragon.
Yeah. Well, not sword induced and messing up the storyline. Anyways, sorry guys. Two quick things I gotta say. The announcer girl at the thing has a cool mark. I like her mark. It looks like a scar, but it's actually a mark. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's the first time I saw that. And and now I know how to say go home in
Go
Japanese.
home.
Go away, way. Go away, way. I was like, ah,
Let's
got
go
it.
away. This
They
is
were
go
saying
home.
they were saying go away, but the subtitle said go home. So I was like, oh, now I know Japanese. Boom.
The proper term to say "see you later" is "matene."
Matene.
Mm-hmm. It means
I
"see you
thought
later."
I thought that was like stop. Mate. Mate. I thought mate was stop or hold on.
No, "matene" is "see you later."
Wow. Mate ne. Ah,
No,
I wonder.
"matane."
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I got to learn Japanese. All this anime memories.
Just do that podcast thing I sent you. It's worth the while for sure.
Yeah, man.
Here at Daddy's Sturdy Library.
But oh, we were talking about this in some other, I forgot which show we were talking about it, but the internal fortitude to be able to deal with other people's shit. Like everybody's saying, "Oh, go home, go away," and Mash was like, "Oh man," and then everyone was like, "Wow, must really be getting to Mash." And when they were playing the game, and he's like, oh, "I got to go out for a walk," they're like, "Wow, must be really getting to Mash," and like, nah, it wasn't. He just wanted to sneak out to eat this special cream puff to himself. And when they was like, "Go home," he's
It
like,
could make it hard.
"Yeah." And when they're like, "Go home," he's like, "Yeah, I really want to go home. That sounds like a great
Oh,
idea."
yeah, we forgot to talk about the board game. That board game is crazy.
Yes, it
Dude,
gets the
it,
same
it,
result.
it, it's so specific. So
Oh, and
specific. It's like, oh yeah, you're not gonna get married. Oh yeah, ever.
it linked into what Rain Amos was saying about Mashal. He was saying he's a man who's fighting against his destiny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And his
That's
destiny was laid out in the board. You're gonna die because you don't have magic and you've been caught. Like, how specific is this board game?
Yo, and Lance's reaction when he is like, "Oh, you have to. Oh, your
Brought
sister has
back
a
to
boyfriend."
Gravioli.
Ah! He graviolied himself. Yeah, that was and then yeah, everybody. It's funny. They're all fighting against destiny. They're all except for Finn. Finn didn't have a crazy thing, but like
No, he found something
Lemon's
and
trying.
turned it in and got money.
Yeah, Lemon's trying to fight. Lemon's trying to get married when it's helpless. Lance is just trying to make his I don't know like this weird
No,
obsession
that
with his
was,
sister.
I mean, that's a real thing though. Like, your little sister bringing home a boyfriend one day, how do you react as the older brother? Especially if your sister complex obsessed. Good luck.
Right. Man, I can't imagine. I mean, just oh,
I mean, you
uh,
can imagine. You've been there.
no, because she's responsible and she has a master's and she has a good
Yeah, but
job and
that's
he's a
now.
great
If she
guy.
was like
Right.
4 or
Yeah, if it
5,
was younger, I would have.
yeah,
But now I'm just like, yo, what the fuck, man? You could bring home this great guy and you have your shit together. The fuck? I, I don't even get to be a good big brother anymore. Like you robbed that. You took that opportunity away from me. I blame you.
there's still time. No, she might
She's
choose the wrong
already.
job.
And I like the father and son moment. That was deep too. I
That
mean, it
was
was
real. Yeah,
yeah.
that was
What I
really
mean,
nice.
what parent doesn't feel like they could have done more for the child? And then how fulfilling is it? What good parent? Oh, what good parent?
Also,
Oh. I realized I was
oh,
like, oh,
yeah.
all right. What good parent doesn't feel that way about their child? And how fulfilling is it
Uh,
to get that? Like, or even if you're helping somebody with something and like, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't really be there for you, couldn't do this, and then be like, nah, man, what you did was enough. I'm happy.
mhm.
How fulfilling. That was just so heartwarming, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a real moment, and I like that. Like, he. It's not like he had much of a choice of what he could do since he wasn't even that much of a mage, and yeah, like Mashle even still respecting that. He's just like, no, because you made that choice, I was able to find friends. I was able to go through this. I was able to actually have a chance for our peace. Like, yeah, Mashle,
Which
man.
was the big part of the series because Mash is the way that he is because of his upbringing, because of his father, this no-name
Hmm.
magician, and and I think that's translatable to real life because just because you can't be great or can't do something great doesn't mean that you can't do something small in a great way, like just being
Yeah.
there for a child, being there for your friends, and maybe that's all it takes for them to be great, and you can enjoy that ride or watch them rise and
Well
enjoy
said.
their ride.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Stories are good. Stories are good. Anime is a I love doing this because this is such a universal thing that apply. I mean, we could do this with movies and shows. Someone asked me, like, why are you doing this podcast just with anime? You could talk about so many things. I'm like, yeah, I could, but I really like anime. And I think the reason, and I didn't give this answer before, I was like, yeah, I like anime. Anime is cool. But the reason why I like anime so much, and it really bothered me since they asked that, because I was like, really, like, what is it?
You're gonna
Because
have
I
to
don't.
hunt them down and like say, this is the real reason
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
like.
I found an answer. I found an answer. What was the question? I don't remember. What are you talking about? Huh? But
It's been 3 years, Rob.
but because like when you're watching shows and movies, people get so wrapped up in who the person is playing that, and they get wrapped up into how great that person is, that you
Mhm.
kind of the story sometimes isn't as powerful as the person behind them, especially if it's a big act Samuel Jackson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith. It's hard to see behind those big characters. But in an anime, you could see like, oh, this is the voice actor, but more people are gonna associate just the character that was in the show, which allows the message of the show to translate more or to give you more time to sit with the message from the show, or versus the
Right.
flaws of the individual, the greatness of the individual. And I think if you just look at stories and you reflect on them, you could take away, extrapolate the good stuff, and you could look at the bad stuff and be like, I don't want that in my life, and carry that with you.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
same way that your friend, you are who your friends are. You're a compilation of the people around you. You're also the sum of your experiences and the things that you constantly interact with. So like if you have these bad habits, you're gonna, you know, have these bad results. If you have these good habits, you're gonna have these good results. If you have these good interactions with people or stories, you'll be a better person. That's why people watch
I
anime.
like where you why you guys come to Daddy's Dirty Library. You know, the perfect spot to get these stories and more. A bigger
Yeah.
deep dive into each one.
Yeah.
You know, the defining circuits that you didn't do because you were like, hey, you don't need to do all that, but you did, and we'll do it for you.
So hopefully you guys get as much out of this as we do, reflecting on this stuff, watching this stuff, and talking about this stuff. Hopefully you get the same thing from watching and listening to us. And if you do, press the like button to support us and our content, so we know, this is good, and like, this one's bad. So eventually we'll go back and be like, let's do more of this and less of that. Subscribe to us, because then we'll have a following and be able to be like, hey, we could support ourselves with this a little bit, and do that Mashle dance, you know. But press the bell notification if you want to find out as soon as we put out a video. Our goal is to try to get, I mean, right now we're at a level where I think we can pump out 1 video a day. We want to get to the level of doing 3 a day, but we'll see what goes on. Shorts, AMVs, posts, nut reactions. Come to us for all of it. Daddy's Dirty Library. Peace.